All right. Phone lines are open. 916-909-1320, 916-909-1320. How do the Kings move forward after losing a championship?
It's a tough pill to swallow.
It is. It's really tough. Hard-fought battle against a very good Hornets team. And the Kings failed to bring home a third Summer League title.
Mistakes were made.
Just devastation across the board. I mean, there was no traffic in Sacramento today. City shut down. The despondence is palpable.
Well, we were ready for the parade.
Yeah, I mean, champagne was on ice.
I don't know what they do with all those purple streamers.
I have no idea, but figuring that out is only step one of a rebuilding process leading into
a long road to recovery.
Leading into next season. Yeah, man. We'll talk about it. We'll break it all down. What went wrong? Did anything go right? We'll talk about all that. But yeah, somber mood today on the Insiders, sponsored by Jiffy Lube. Again, the Elk Grove Kid Talk line's open. 916-909-1320, 916-909-1320. If you guys want to talk about the loss last night in the Summer League final, please do.
We're here for you.
We're all trying to get through this, and we'll do so together. So, anyways, yeah, the Kings lost in the Summer League final. Oh no. Here's what sucks about it, because legit it doesn't matter. The Kings could win a championship in the NBA this year, right? Like that's still a thing that can happen to a team that loses in the summer. Like it doesn't. The wins and losses don't matter. So there are Summer League aspects that do matter, and we'll talk about those. But the wins and losses don't matter. What sucks about it is just it was fun. It was this fun little thing, and then all right, well we don't get to do a bit where we celebrate a championship today. So
you just watched that ball bounce off the rim and then bounce twice in the key and didn't go get the defensive rebound on a missed free throw.
Unbelievable.
That was one of the strangest things I've ever seen. It
was like nobody knew how much time was left or what the score was.
Yeah, it's like
weird play.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of things just went out the window. Like they made like countless mistakes down the stretch.
Yeah.
That just didn't make sense, and that's what cost them. But they were down a bunch. They made a nice comeback. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
it's on. Yeah, it's on right now. If anybody wants to relive the misery on.
Well, it's an instant classic. That's why, Kyle.
Oh yeah. No,
that's an instant classic.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this is on. Was it ESPN Classic already?
Yeah.
Hey, RIP to that channel. What a great channel that was.
Look, they were down.
Bring that back.
Right there, they were down 11 there in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
It felt like they were down 7 or more the entire game, and then they were down 3 or 1, whatever it was there at the end.
Yeah, it was like 78-77.
Yeah, they were down 1.
Then they got the foul,
the line.
And then
make one, miss one, didn't
make
get the
one.
board.
Yeah, rough.
Just
rough.
It's rough. And again, this is not reacting like, oh my god, the King season is over. Like, no. In the vacuum of Summer League, that was a bummer way to lose.
Yeah.
It's kind of damn.
Well, it was a lack of, I don't know, like being present in the moment that really kind of like, they didn't look like they were right the whole game.
Yeah.
And then they get to the end and it's like, okay, you can't make mistakes when you've been down double digits most of the game. You can't continuously make mistakes.
Yeah, man. And that's where, it's nice they battled back. I thought Devin Carter played pretty well. Nate Clifford didn't play great, but again, we've talked about how he established so much through the early part of the summer that wasn't such a huge deal. I don't know. It just they lost a game, man. I don't have a lot more than that on the game itself. We'll talk about some of the individual performances and stuff, but again, whether they won or lost that game, to me, was the difference between, we're going to do a bit celebrating the championship, or we're going to do a bit mourning the championship. And that's kind of because Summer League, the Kings lost in the Summer League final. It was still a successful Summer League, was it not?
Oh, I think it was tremendously successful.
Not on the court, not score wins and losses. There were significantly more wins than losses for the Kings this Summer League.
Oh yeah,
that's the case too on the scoreboard, I guess, because they were 6-1, 5-1, 5-1.
Yeah.
But I think removing that, Nate Clifford looks great.
Yep.
Maxime Reynaud looks like he can play.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Jones might have put himself in the mix. We learned a lot about Devin Carter, who I think started to find his sea legs a little bit. There were so many more things that could have gone wrong that have nothing to do with the winning or losing in the title game.
Well, even like I think the one player who like we're gonna talk about plenty, but Isaac Jones also
big
just
time.
like stood out as like, look at that. You are one of the best players in Summer League.
Yeah, especially the last couple of games for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And I guess like one of the rating systems put him as the most effective player in Summer League this year.
Yeah.
Which is like that's a really good sign.
Yeah, I don't know what rating system that was. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
But the Kings had like 3 guys in the top. I think it was Devin Carter, Nate Clifford, and Isaac Jones were in the top 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. They had some good performances for sure.
They did.
Do you feel better about the Kings this season? I want to ask this question in 2 parts.
Okay.
Just focusing on 25-26, just this year. Do you feel better about the Kings now than you did on July 9th, which was the day before they started Summer League?
You know what? Strangely, I do. Because, like, number one, I think Neek showed you that he can step in and play on day one. There's a good chance that he's going to be a rotational player. It might be 12 minutes. It might be 16 to start. But I do think that he showed you that he has the composure. He has the, I don't know, the versatility to go out on the court and help you on day one. So that's the first thing. I think also when we see, you know, that the Kings go out and trade Valanciunas and they go out and they sign Drew Eubanks, that's definitely not something that like moves the needle, right?
Right.
But then you see Maxime Reynaud step on the court and you're like, oh, okay, I might be okay with this, right? And then I think you just kind of go down the list and you start checking things off. Like, again, the Kings have chosen at this point not to re-sign Trey Lyles.
Yes.
Trey Lyles is still an unrestricted free agent. He's just sitting out there.
Hey, he's going to be a vet minimum guy, and that's kind of wild.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
he's going to help a good team.
No, I think so too. Yeah, I mean, there are teams out there. I mean, we've heard the Warriors might be looking at him. There's a couple other teams who might be looking at him, but
like start at center for the Warriors.
Yeah, maybe. But when you watch an Isaac Jones step on the court, and number one, he hit some threes, but number two, he was so active, such a big body, just doing such good work that you're like, you know, every time you put him in the game last year in his rookie season, he was impactful. You saw him on the court. And so I think that he may have, you know, there for me, when Mike Brown left and Doug Christie took over, that was a big blow to Isaac Jones because Isaac had started to build some sort of trust with Mike Brown. And that I never felt like that trust really happened with Doug. And so if Doug did put him in the game, you know, it was spot time at the end of games. It wasn't any type of rotational play. It was, you know, he ended up playing, I think, 5.5 minutes a game over the last, you know, 40 something. And it was junk time most of his minutes. And I really think that he's a player that has an intriguing skill set. You know, like, is he Chris Webber? No. But could he be Lawrence Funderburk? Okay. Sure, you know, that third big off the bench that comes in and scores and gets a couple of rebounds and tries.
Does some dirty work. Yeah.
Yeah. It hits people with some screens, a little bit of nastiness to him. Yeah. So, like, if you're walking into the season and your only true power forward is Keegan Murray and maybe the ghost of Dario Saric, I like the idea of Isaac Jones, like, coming in and playing some minutes.
All right, I'll say it. I don't want Dario Saric to play 1 minute ahead of Isaac Jones.
Okay.
I don't need to. As far as this year, Summer League did nothing for me. I feel the exact same about the Kings as I did before Summer League started.
Yeah.
They're depending on the way the ball bounces, 35 to 43-ish wins.
Like no, I'm with you there. Like, the season totals haven't changed.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they have a little bit more depth than I thought they might.
That's fair. I think for me, I'll feel better if some of those younger guys are playing over some veterans or maybe getting additional minutes over some veterans. But that's something we'll figure out as the season goes on. with Isaac Jones specifically, that's a perfect example of, okay, Nick Clifford isn't going to start over Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan. We've got that.
Yep.
And Keon Ellis is not going to start over Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan. We got that. Which is fine. The Saric Isaac Jones thing fits in the Reynaud Drew Eubanks thing.
Yeah.
Where I don't need to see if you're trusting at the beginning of the year, like, I'm going to trust Drew Eubanks. Like, man, come on. There's not. We've talked about this. There's a 15-minute stint in a game for Maxime Reynaud, spread out over not a 15-minute stint, but a 15-minute performance versus Drew Eubanks' 15-minute performance is not going to win or lose you games. I don't think. And I feel the same way about Isaac Jones and Dario Saric at this point. I don't know that Dario Saric is an NBA player anymore. So if they're just like, yeah, we need vets because they know what to do. Okay, for the first week, all right. But I need Isaac Jones. I want to see him on the court. And if you give him 2 months of legit playing time, and you know what? Hey, he's just not. He can be at the end of a bench, but he's not a rotation player. Cool. We've learned.
Yeah. Even if it's 10 games.
Yeah, right. There's no need to drag him along on your roster not playing him. He's 25 years old.
Yep.
Like put him out on the court. See what he can do. And give him real run. That not, okay, he's going to play 3 minutes here and 5 minutes here. Oh, Domas is in foul trouble tonight. All right, he gets 18 minutes here. Like, nah, man, give him extended playing time. And I want to see the same thing for Maxime Reynaud to open the year. There's no outside of might be an 8 or 9 seed. There's no reason to not do that, in my opinion.
I think there is a reason to come out of the gate with veteran players playing basic minutes, because you need to see if what the other guys on the court have. Like, we can think about the idea of Dennis Schroeder and say, okay, well, we've seen enough of Dennis Schroeder over his 10 stops to know that he's going to give you X, Y, Z. But that doesn't mean that when you put him on the court with Domantas Sabonis, when you put him on the court with this specific group of players, that you won't somehow catch some weird lightning in a bottle. And that's what you have to at least give yourself an opportunity to do. Like, there's a possibility, there's potential for a lightning in the bottle moment. Now, if the Kings are who they are and we get to December and, they're 3-4 games under 500 or right around 500, and nothing is really flowing, and it's just like, okay, we just got to get to 2027. That's a moment where you're like, okay, it's time to start phasing out some of these tertiary players and players who are either on 1-year deals or are, like minimum deals. Like, that's when you start to look at, okay, we need to start moving these guys into the rotation. We need to start seeing what an Isaac Jones has. Now, like, look, Isaac Jones could just beat everybody in training camp and earn a rotational spot. But there's also that potential that they're going to slow play it just a little bit. And I also think that there's a possibility that you're not going to put, all of them on the court. Like, so Nick is going to play. That's my opinion right now, that Nick Clifford will play minutes
stunned if he
like out of the gate. But sometimes that means that Reynaud or like an Isaac Jones, that you might not play them together. And then if you're not playing them together, then you can't really play them at all, because Nick is coming off the bench. You have 3 guys coming off the bench who have very little NBA experience. You throw in a Devin Carter, maybe he gets some of those minutes too. And you're like, okay, this is getting a little summer league-ish.
You do run the risk, and I'll argue against myself a little bit here. You do run the risk of, you're trying to build a culture, right? That's what all of this season and next season are about, according to Scott Perry. At least that's the plan right now. Establishing culture, establishing the team they want to be. You do run the risk if you start just playing young guys. Devin Carter, Maxime Reynaud, Nick Clifford, Isaac Jones. You just start throwing those guys out on the court for quote unquote too many minutes a game. You run the risk of losing Sabonis or losing LaVine or losing DeRozan, where they're like, to hell with this.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not. And when your veterans are doing that, your really high quality veterans are doing that, that becomes much harder for those younger players that you're relying on to kind of establish that winning culture. So I do get it
Yeah, that's where the
from that
culture
respect.
comes in. That's where it's going to be the clash of, who are we today versus who are we going to be 2 years from now.
Yeah.
And you're already making those plans, and you might have to expedite things, and at some point you might have to just pull the plug on a season, and that means that those players are going to get a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
And so we can see a seismic shift here, but it probably won't be in the first 2 weeks of the season. It might take till December, it might take till February, the trade deadline, that's where we might see major changes in roster and major changes in rotations.
We got a ton of stuff coming up for you in the next couple hours. That's James Ham. I'm Kyle Madsen. We're thrilled to have Joe Brazil with us back behind the glass. We're sponsored by Jiffy Lube. We got some NFL stuff coming up. We've got more Kings Summer League coming up. But the best point guard option for the Kings is no longer available. And we'll talk about that next. He's James Ham. I'm Kyle Madsen. That's Joe. Jiffy Lube, ESPN 1320. We're gone. I think